Good afternoon, all of you. Today is discussing about disorders of excretory system. Disorders of excretory system. So, disorders of excretory system. So, first disorder is the uremia. So, first disorder is the uremia. So, it is the excessive amount of urine in the blood is also called uremia. Excessive amount of blood. Excessive amount of urine in the blood. Or large amount of urine in the blood is also called uremia. So it causes the disorder is damages the kidney. Damages the kidney. But it is also occurs in the glomerular. It occurs due to the glomerulonephritis. Due to the glomerular nephritis or hypertension So it is also treated by hemodialysis. Uremia is also treated by hemodialysis. Treated by hemodialysis. So hemodialysis, it is a process of a procedure is used to remove wastes from blood using a dialyzer. So that is the chemical device or mechanical device. So it is also used to remove wastes. Remove wastes from blood and using a dialyzer. So it is the mechanical device to clean the patient's blood. Okay, so that is the hemodialysis. And second one is a renal calculi. Second disorder is, first one is the uremia and second disorder is renal calculi. So it is also called kidney stones. It is also called kidney stones. And these are also called hard structures. These are the hard structures formed in the urinary tract. Okay, so renal calculi, it is also called the kidney stones. So these are the hard structures formed in the urinary tract, such as urine and uric acid. Etc. So the hard structures formed in the urinary tract, so such as a urine and uric acid also. And next, the urine becomes too high. So dehydration is a major cause to form the kidney stones. Dehydration is the major cause kidney stones. So dehydration is major cause the disease is kidney stones or renal calculi. And next, glomerular nephritis. Uremia, renal calculi. Next, glomerular nephritis. Third one, glomerular nephritis. Glomerular nephritis. So it is also caused by inflammations of glomerulus. Okay, so glomerular nephritis. It is also caused by the inflammations of glomerulus, and it occurs due to some infections and drugs and diabetes also. These occur some infections and drugs and diabetes. And next one, renal failure. Next one, fourth one, renal failure. So what is a renal failure? It is also called the kidney failure. So renal failure and kidney failure. So how it is formed? And number of other diseases, due to the number of other diseases or health problems. Number of other diseases and health problems. May cause the kidney failure. So renal failure, it is also called the kidney failure. So number of other diseases or health problems may cause the kidney failure. And it is detected by, kidney failure is detected by creatinine serum level. Elevated serum and creatinine level. If creatinine level is very high, then also cause the kidney failure. Damage the kidney or kidney failure. Okay, serum and creatinine levels are elevated, then cause the disease is kidney failure. Then using the artificial kidney. After kidney failure, then using artificial kidney. Artificial kidney. So it is also commonly called dialysis. So dialysis is a machine. And it is used to filter the blood from kidney damaged patient. Okay. So artificial kidney is a dialysis. It is also called the dialysis, and it is a machine, and it is used to filter the blood from the kidney damaged patient, and is also called hemodialysis. Dialysis or hemodialysis. It is also called hemodialysis. And next, in this process, the blood is taken out from main artery and mixed with anticoagulant. So first of all, in this process, the blood is collected from the patient, the blood collected from the kidney damaged patient from main artery, then mixed with anticoagulant. What is anticoagulant? It is the heparin. Heparin is the anticoagulant. So the blood collected from the main artery and mixed with anticoagulant, and next it is pumped into apparatus, and it is a pumped in apparatus, pumped in apparatus, then applied to patient, and next this apparatus is called dialyzer. This operation is called dialyzer. So this dialyzer is used to cellophane tubes. It is made up of cellophane tube. Dialyzers are cellophane tubes. Okay. And the cellophane tube membrane, is impermeable to macromolecules. So the cellophane tubes membrane is impermeable to macromolecules such as plasma proteins, but permeability to urea solutes. So uric acid, urea. So permeability to urea and uric acid, but it is a impermeability to macromolecules like plasma proteins. The cellophane tubes membrane is the impermeable to macromolecules, but it is a permeability to a small solutes, that is the urea, uric acid, and creatine ions. Okay, minerals ions also. But the membrane separates blood flowing inside the tubes using a dialyzing fluid. Okay, and this membrane, separate blood flowing inside the tube and dialyzing fluid. Okay, the membrane separate. So cellophane tube membrane separate the blood flowing inside the tube and dialyzing fluid inside the tube and dialyzing fluid. And this membrane allows a passage of molecules. The membrane allows a passage of molecules. It is also based on the concentration of gradients. This membrane separate blood flowing inside the tube and fluid. Okay, the membrane separate the blood flowing inside the tube and the fluid, but this membrane allows a passage of molecules and based on the concentrated gradients. But anticoagulant and nitrogenous wastes are absent in dialyzing fluid. Okay, so nitrogenous wastes are absent in dialyzing fluid, then freely move to out. So then freely move. The nitrogen waste is absent in the dialyzer fluid. So then freely move outside. And thereby clearing the blood in its waste. Freely move, then clear the blood. So, and it is called the dialysis. So the dialyzer fluid is nitrogens are absent, then freely move, then clear the blood. Okay, so this process is also called the dialysis. So it is completed at 2 to 6 hours. So then collect the clear blood, then go to back the body, and add in heparin. So the process also is called the dialysis.